Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this new video. Today, new episode, new appointment together with Roberto from Emoto Garage in Latina. For her, Giacomo's Ducatone still needs our intervention.
Always evolving continuously.
As with every respectable start of the TUNE It Up series, Robertone must proceed.
To the rave.
Partying. An unboxing, Roberto. Today, of course, we're repeating a bit of what we saw last time. So we have a rich WRS this time around, but we also have a discount code to give to the guys.
Seems fair to me.
Do you know what the discount code is?
RO10.
It's almost.
I made a mistake.
But in WRS, we don't just have WRS components, as we saw last time, but rather...
We start with components signed by Bonamici. Protection starter, right-left engine. Then we continue with a nice clutch lever, always signed by Bonamici. It's a really reference lever, worked in computer numerical control. The whole piece is foldable in case of a fall, so we avoid breaking it, really exaggerated, with the adjustment, obviously, of the distance. Then, since we have a Brembo RCS pump, and to have, anyway...
an aesthetic symmetry.
But yes, it fits. Come on, we have the stub so that we have both levers identical. What else do we have here? Since we mentioned brakes...
Last time, in fact, we saw that Giacomo's brakes were not in particularly splendid shape. So, Zizio, you arrive here at Emoto Garage, ready for installation from the good hands of Roberto.
Ceramic carbon.
Ceramic carbon, the best for our Giacomosini. So he has no excuses. When he goes into the gravel...
You can do the math. Now here I was assembling a lot of stuff, then you have to go and laugh at me. Returning to the gravel discussion, we need to protect some particularly important and costly components. Here we have a protection, as far as the dashboard is concerned, always in aluminum, in order to protect the instrument.
But Rob, I think we're going to unpack a bit too much. Let's leave it to them. A little bit of suspense.
So let's set this up.
Let's show him the last package you moved from that VRS.
So let's close VRS.
Exactly, and we have it here inside. What do you think could be in it?
There's stuff in here.
There's just one thing missing.
The rear footrest contains serious components.
So he opened up all this good stuff, or almost all of the good stuff.
Now I'm gonna have fun.
Who is today's leader?
So let's start immediately with what was left pending. So we mount the ZCO pads.
Yeah.
So then we go on to close the clamp with the dedicated bushings.
Perfect.
And then we proceed with the installation of the protection of the right and left engine crankcase. Yes, dash protection and the footrests.
And then again, unpacking. Go. My goodness, let's close. No, Giacomo, look at what a little service.
We put the film in front so we don't leave fingerprints. In fact, almost. The label here, we have Giacomo remove it, is like removing the bow. Almost no?
Huh? We leave it. It is... Finish the timers on the bike, fine jobs that still make a difference. We move on to the big piece, one of the last Bonamici components that Roberto has already presented to you, and that is currently being meticulously unpacked to proceed with the installation. As you can see, the original footboards, as I said in the video where I was trying the bike on the road in the Tagliacozzo exit that I maybe leave you in. At the top right here, they have a footrest that has no grip at all. Even if it has standard inclinations, it has no grip. Put the boot, put the shoe, it doesn't grip anything. So the first thing to change footboards, it's true, some of you will surely answer me here in the comments that it was enough to change the footrest. But for a racing use, first of all, but also Giacomo, prefer to have a reversed gear. And from here also comes the need precisely to have footboards. Bonamici. Having racing footboards perhaps also brings the possibility of adjusting to the maximum in terms of comfort. In the saddle, the position of the footrest, which is not a small thing. In fact, if you look at all the bikes of the Superbike champions, Superbike, in short, all the riders using racing pistaiolo have these footboards. And it's not a coincidence because indeed every rider has a different driving style, has preferences in terms of height and backwardness of the footrests. And so even here, to complete the racing outfit of this Panigale V2, which Giacomo will then use indeed on the track, let's install these footrests. Of the installation of the footrests, we return to the box of wonders and proceed again.
We're mounting stuff.
Exactly. Giacomo will be happy. Let's go show them the last things that are in the box, exactly.
So let's see what's in here, what's left. And here we notice two boxes marked WRS that we have in here. Then there's this serious stuff. My goodness, when I see these little boxes like a bit of a junk shop, no. It's exaggerated. Then a nice left button panel, all nice, wired, indeed signed by WRS, complete with plug. Let's say original, so perfectly plug and play, working immediately. At the first connection with the road use arrangements, including the horn and various others, here we have
the up and down.
The up and down of the C, what else from the menu, in short. We might discover this together, while then on the other box. So you get there by yourselves. That the right command and the right command also acts as a coupling to the short stroke RCS pump that we have installed. Here too there are all the various functions, the runner, the setting mode, and obviously original Ducati pin.
And here we want, tell us, Giacomo, I think we will touch.
Really strong has to attach the thing for the pressure because
even this stuff here, I remind you that he doesn't know. I mean, in the sense, he didn't budget for these accessories, these components.
Then finally, we're going to install a nice adjustable license plate holder, this one. Now let's talk about another important quality brand, Computer Numerical Control Racing, to which we then install LED turn signals and cables with resistance. In summary, it's all plug and play, completely sorted with no cuts or modifications. The bike can easily be returned to stock. And finally, here we have the last thing, an original oil filter.
A Ducati gel, because with all these accessories, Giacomo will need it after touching the bike, as we mentioned earlier.
This is the icing on the cake. Why in the end? Then, let's say after finishing the instruction components, we will do a general checkup, because as you have announced, then we have to move
to the test bench.
Let's talk about action.
And so
the motorcycle must be in order.
To the dot.
Exactly.
As you have seen, in fact, in the Tune It Up series. We don't just go and bombard the bike we have on the bench here at the Moto with accessories, but we also do some maintenance checks to understand how the owner is keeping this bike. And if there is something that absolutely needs to be replaced, just like the ZCOO pads, we saw them arrive at iron on disc, which is not good, so we still have plenty of work. The video is not over yet. There are still many hours of work. I would say proceed. Having finished the purge on the 19RC's short run that Roberto had previously installed in the episode already released of Tune It Up, now the system. I must say it's really over the top, as someone behind me is used to saying,
with that sturdy object,
RBF 700 motul. So top of the range when it comes to road oils. .4. The system at the pipe level remained the same, so we used the original aero pipes because there was no reason to change them. The pump and forks, however, will now certainly allow Giacomo a nice 1/40. With one hand and with a bandage on one eye. Giacomo, I'm talking to you, please remember. In the meantime, Roberto has moved to the back of the motorcycle.
nothing. This series started like this. I want to see how it ends.
This first season goes like this. He moved to the back because he has to go remove this abomination of a log of unhappiness. Signed Ducati. Finished the installation with Roberto of the computer numerical control racing license plate holder.
Pretty plug and play, pretty easy.
Hold on. Everyone stay strong. I'm not done here. Heavy stuff. Guess what arrived? What he brought me.
I think Andreani packages. I've already seen this packaging.
Yeah, but there's something important here. Until now, we have
played.
Let's go.
Here we are, professional packaging. We already see something golden. We see horizon.
We'll have to race here, dear Giacomo. We have to race here. We have to do something serious here. Because here there is quality, but the heavy one. Look at this little thing. Öhlins TTX.
A work of art anyway, this stuff, my goodness, even seeing it live, really. Giacomo, how much will this bike cost you, my goodness? You can say what you want about Ducatis, but with two ratchets, the mono came down in an instant. Finished installing the Öhlins TTX mono, supplied by Andreani, whom we thank again. Roberto is finalizing the day's work with the pre-bench check, as we were telling you. We're sending the bike to the bench, so in a stressful condition, for the mapping that we will do in the next episode of the series. TUNE it up with a new little oil and 100% new oil filter. And I, as usual, thank Roberto in general and Moto Garage for the modifications, but above all, also the various partners. Goodbye. They should subscribe by clicking the red button, activating the bell, liking, sharing the video, and see you next time.
Bye.